Hello, hello. This is Jen. I hope everybody's good. So I'm here with an energy update. And what's today's date? October 5th. Yeah, October 5th. So this update is for the month of October. Thank you for being here. Welcome if you're new. Welcome back if you're not new. Let's get into it. So the first thing about October is the importance of grounding ourselves. There are so many things going on in the world. We can feel the pressure in the collective energy. And whenever that happens, for those that are very sensitive, it's easy to get overwhelmed. It's easy to get pulled into that pressure and act out of character, which is not the best thing to do at this point. Um, of course, with what's going on with this virus, a lot of people are worried, a lot of people are stressed out, anxious, and I understand that. The thing of it is, we need to transform this using alchemy, using our power, our self mastery to change this vibe to go towards the light. There are like multiple layers of energies going on at once in the spiritual world, in the 3D world. And if we could all, make an effort and make it a point to stay centered and balanced, aligned, grounded, it would help ease those energies. I know it's easier said than done. I know that when we're stressed out or anxious, it's very difficult to shift those energy and concentrate on, I want to say the future, but the near future. It's hard to concentrate on anything other than that anxiety. This is the ultimate test for us to level up in self mastery, but really level up. So being grounded at this point is mandatory. It's not an option. If you have a hard time grounding yourself, try to find a system to help you and support you through these crazy, crazy, crazy energies. Find a way to take more breaks during the day to, set a time so that you can breathe, scan your energy, scan your body, and identify where you are collecting pressure, tension, and stress, and release it right away. The emotional and spiritual hygiene is extremely important for the entire month of October. Last week, we had a full moon on October 1st, and it was a very powerful full moon, showing us where we need to let go, but really let go. The past is the past, and we cannot have a future if we hate our past or if we haven't healed our past. At this point, it's also a very high time to clear karma. And that could be very surprising for a lot of people, especially for those that have been working on that or have been working on their own healing, focusing on their own spiritual ascension and awakening. A lot of karma is being cleared. And I experienced this last week where I was remembered a past life with my twin flame where something very traumatic happened. And I had in this present life all the clues that I needed to understand that. And when I finally was able to put all the clues together, make the little puzzle and understand what was going on, my thoughts were, it's unbelievable how the universe is so very intelligent. And that's what we need to pay attention to during the month of October. Those small clues, those small synchronicities that are being sent to us that maybe don't mean much at the time that they're being sent to us. The meaning gets understood usually a few days later, maybe a few weeks later, as you keep moving forward. So what I want to say is about those synchronicities, it's okay to acknowledge them, to remember them, and to try to understand them, but to hold on to them is not okay. Hold on to the meaning that we want them to have is not okay. The universe is sending clues, and it's our job to just understand what they mean in our life for us, and not through our mind, but through our heart. If you receive synchronicities, you know what it feels like. You get like your attention gets pulled towards something. Let's say the TV is playing in the background. It's on, there's a commercial, whatever. And you pay attention to just 2 or 3 words or one phrase. Or you pay attention to something that you see and you feel this click inside of you, this is for me. But you don't know what it means. That's fine. Just keep it with you until you know what it means. It will be revealed. Sometimes it can help to just ask, what does this mean? What do I need to understand from this? And don't get mad if you don't get the answer. You will get it when it's time to get it. So October is a very high month for cleaning up and for also what feels like the roller coaster of emotion, like very high highs, very low lows. All of this to bring us into our center, into our heart, to bring us into grounding ourselves to the earth frequencies, because the earth is ascending as well and changing its own frequencies. So the more we connect to those frequencies, the more aligned we are. And it does change our body, it does change everything. We know this by now, right? The thing of it is we need to keep up with the pace. Lately, time has been doing weird things for a lot of people. In my life, it has been going on like so quick. Time is shifting so fast, it's unbelievable. I'm having a hard time keeping the pace because so many things are happening at once. And all I can do is just surrender and say, you know what? I'm doing my best and this is all I can do right now. And accept it. And love myself, do my self-care routine, and move on to the next thing. This is when we are usually feeling like we don't see the end of it, but it's also the time where we are the most active, the most proactive, the time where we are working upstream towards the next thing that we want to manifest. So if you're feeling discouraged at this time, don't give up. Keep at it. Keep pushing forward. Things will be fine. Things will work out. They will be set in place for you, for what you want, for what you are trying to manifest. As far as twin flames, a lot of twin flames are either set to talk again or just completely change path. That may sound weird to hear, but it does happen in twin flame connections where one twin is just not keeping up, doesn't want to, is being blocked, is staying blocked, while the other person may, have done their work and they're unable or they don't want to pursue this. And that's okay because we have free will. Whenever that happens, usually there's a replacement that is being sent in a form of a life partner or a soulmate. So some people will experience the twin flame breakup. So I know that's a hard subject to be talking about at this point, especially since a lot of my followers are twin flames. I just want to put this out there because it does happen. If we look at the spiritual world, there's a lot of people, or a spiritual community, there are a lot of people that do not believe in the twin flame concept, that they keep on saying that it's just a concept where a lot of pain is being created and people hang on to these stories. For some people, it's true. For others, it's just not. They are true twin flames. And because of the free will that we have, sometimes it just doesn't work out. So, like I said, I just want to put this out there with all of my love and support, because a lot of people are sad to have a timeline changed and a timeline shift, and they will be taken on a different road, especially if you've been asking for something to happen. Your twin flame may not be ready at this time. And what can you do? The spiritual connection will remain there, but different things will show up in your life and change your 3D existence. So, as far as the divine masculine energies, twin flame or not, divine masculine energies for the twin flame. Sorry, that was like, I wasn't good at presenting that topic. So, let me start over. As far as the divine masculine goes, in the twin flame connection, a lot of them are being called to reveal their spiritual self to their surroundings, therefore coming out of the spiritual closet. And that's a big deal for a lot of them. Many of those twin flames don't know how to go about it. Others, they just don't want to do it. They're resisting. So old patterns of resistance are back in the collective energies for them. So you may be feeling that as well. If you are a divine feminine and you're picking that in your connection, my best advice is to just look forward, focus on your life, do what you need to do your thing, and one day at a time. Don't get mad at your twin flame for that. They're doing their best. But they are resisting a lot, unfortunately. Or should I say, they're resisting again, once more. And that could be very frustrating. But if you look at what's going on in the world, those energies are present, that duality. I know here in Montreal, we're in the second wave of this virus and they're taking all kinds of measures. We're not going back into confinement, but close to. All kinds of different stuff happening. And it's pretty crazy, very, very crazy. If you look at it from a pure energetic standpoint, all that is going on, the extremities, the duality is exactly like a twin flame energy. Like when twin flames meet at first, they either fall in love instantly and then they can barely stand each other. They separate or they don't separate. They work on their healing, this and that. And then either they get together or they don't. It all depends on the contract. I've always been part of these people that do believe that twin flames is not necessarily a romantic relationship. Sometimes it's just a relationship or a connection that you have with someone, and both people still can pursue their own mission, therefore the twin flame mission. The game has changed drastically. So those old definitions, we shall not hold on to them because the game has changed. And the divine masculine is, working on their own ascensions and stuff. But for a lot of them, they refuse to see that it's there. So they will have to go through whatever it takes for them to realize who they truly are. If on your end, you are ready to just, rise up and really stand tall in your own mission, trust that the universe will bring that to you through a different mean than your actual twin flame. It will be brought to you differently, either through a soulmate, a business partner, through something else, so that you can pursue your own mission and not feel disappointed. It's not about feeling disappointed. Deception is not an option at this point. The only option is being grounded and standing tall in your light, because the world needs a lot of light workers to be in service at this point. It's really hard to explain how that need is the focus of the next few weeks, like 2-3 months or something like that. It's really important to just, work on your stuff, let everything that's bothering you aside, forgive and move on. Forgive others, forgive yourself, and move on to the next thing. That's the only way that you're going to be able to navigate through this without being hurt too much, without being disappointed, without being pressured or feeling depressed. Stand tall, head up high, shoulders back and tall, and just be. Be you, shine your light. The more people that will do this, the faster those energies are going to be shifted for the greater good of all. Other than that, here in Montreal, we're in fall and we're going towards the winter. So we're already feeling these energies that are in to get us prepared for those winter months. Slowing down and really going internally. So once more, not only because of the winter, but because of all those events in the world, we are called to go within, dig deep, and clear. Clear, pick it up, as you would pick up weeds in your garden. Pick everything up, clear it, release it, and heal it, and move on. You'll see there are beautiful and wonderful things waiting at the end of that tunnel. It's only our choice and responsibility to walk through this tunnel or try to resist it. Resistance is never a good option or never a good idea when it comes to spiritual ascension. So we need to keep our hearts open, really wide open, to embrace what's going on, fall in love with it so that we can transform it and heal it. That's the only way to go, by infusing love into any kind of situation that is presenting darker energy. It doesn't have to be dark spiritual energy, but dark energy, dense energy. And if you pay attention to the people that you're seeing, or maybe not seeing because of what's going on, but talking to, you're probably noticing that a lot of people are shifting as well. A lot of them don't realize, but if you pay attention to the words they use and how they speak, how they stand, what's going on in their life, you may realize that suddenly their speech has changed. They probably started talking about different subjects that they never talked about before, or that they were resisting before. So that's really interesting to see, especially when the person is not conscious that they're doing that. It just means that they're about to be conscious of what's going on with this great awakening, because we are in the great awakening. We are building the new earth, and that's why everybody's needed to build the new earth. Now is the time. It's now. Now is the time to really set your eyes on the prize and just focus on that and do whatever it takes to get there, just like an athlete would do in a big competition. Easier said than done, I know, but totally doable if you work on yourself. So if we go back to the twin flames, I know I said, pretty important information. And I just want to go back to the fact that it may be disappointing to hear, but at the end of the day, it comes down to a choice, to free will. And I've heard some people say that we're the only planet in the universe with free will. I don't know if that's true or not, because I don't know every planet in the universe. But I've heard Dolores Cannon say stuff like that, like we're apparently the only planet in the universe with free will. And that's what happens. And we just need to accept it. It doesn't mean it's a failure, because if you are not meant to be with your twin flame, or if your twin flame doesn't want to come back in your life, speak to you or whatever, someone else will take that space. And that can create very pleasant surprises. Very. Sometimes even almost better. That may be hard to believe, but trust me, it exists. So, if you're sad or depressed because it's not going well in your connection, don't despair. Focus on something else. Don't focus on the negative or the bad. Focus on what you want. If what you want is being in a divine connection, manifest that. And it's going to happen for you. And it doesn't mean that you're going to fail at your mission. It just means that you're going to do your mission with someone else. And that's it. Accept it. It's very liberating to think about that for a lot of people. Because some people have been in twin flame connections for years, only to still not speak with their twin flames. And that can get old. And it's okay to just choose something else. And then whatever happens, happens. If you're truly meant to be with your twin, they will come back. They will. If they don't, well, they don't. At least you're going to still work on your mission with someone else. I want to go back to the karma I was talking about, because it's really intense or deep, this karma that we're clearing. With the help of the full moon we had last week, if you're used to doing past life regressions, perhaps it's a good time for you to do one and try to see what's going on for you, because it's a major, major, major aspect of these days' energies and a major aspect of your own healing and ascension. It's as if we're going down to the roots of whatever is holding us back in this lifetime. It's really like more than spring cleaning. It's a start over, a do-over. It's a go to 0 point and then start walking type of energy. And that's related to karma from past lives, especially between twin flames. Especially between twin flames. I feel like I want to say it a third time, but I won't. Why between twin flames? Because twin flames have a tendency to incarnate over and over and over again until, enough stuff has been cleared for them to come together, or not, depending on what you want to believe in. But this karma has a different vibe than any other karma that we had to clear before. It's the kind of karma that sets you free once it's healed. And how to go about healing karma? There's many different methods or ways to go about it. One of them is a past life regression. So it's becoming conscious of what happened, either through a regression where you will see the events, or just, a remembrance of that. Of course, it's not easy to remember. It's not like sitting down and saying, okay, I want to remember. Maybe you can do that, and it's good if you can. If you cannot, try to use a tool to help you do a regression with the intention of knowing what you need to release at this point. It will come up. You will see it. And remembering is enough to release it. And what happens with karma is that it leaves an imprint into our energy body and physical body that can create all kinds of stuff like pains, like disease, all kinds of weird feelings or patterns that keep on showing up in our lives. And like I said, remembering what happened so that you can release it is the way to go, because when you do that, the imprint just leaves. The imprint is being lifted out of your energy, therefore making space for something new That's why that kind of work is very important to do. If you can do it on your own, reach out to someone that can help you do a past life regression. Hypnosis is a very, very good way to do so. There are good videos on YouTube. I believe I have a playlist on my channel with a couple past life videos. You can try that, and there's nothing to be afraid of. The only thing that you need to do is recall your energy back. When you do the regression and you're under hypnosis and you're a witness of what happened, once you've acknowledged what happened, what you need to do is leave it there. You can say it out loud or have the intention that that was in the past and it's staying in the past, and that you're recalling your energy back from that trauma. Because when we go through trauma or experience trauma, we split ourselves into soul fragments, and pieces of our energy stay stuck in that situation. So we need to recall it back to the present moment so that we can integrate it into the present moment so that we can feel whole. And that's a very magical thing to do, because it's hard to explain what it feels like. I personally don't have the right words to describe what it feels like. You just feel like, oh, a part of you was missing and it's suddenly back, and you feel better. You feel, brighter, higher in vibration. So, yeah, reach out to someone who can help you if you're having issues about doing that on your own. You won't get stuck in that lifetime. The trick to it is when you're under hypnosis, you just come back to the present moment. You have the intention that you're coming back to the present moment, to your body right here and now. So there's not much to be afraid of, just many things to look forward to, lots of healing to look forward to, and a month of October to really practice self-mastery. When you think about it, at the end of the day, this is why we're here, to master thyself. And we're being presented with the best opportunity to do so with all that's going on. And we're being presented with many opportunities and choices. So using our free will, we can make the best choices for ourselves. It's a matter of having a little consultation with your heart and follow your heart. Can't go wrong when you do that. So that's it for now. You can follow me on social media at IndigoGirl555 on Instagram, Indigo Girls Readings on Facebook. You can also use my email to reach out at indigogirl555 at gmail.com. And until the next time, be well.